Hey, what's up? Spencer here with the Mountain Life, and I'm filming in Colorado, Western Colorado. I'm the owner of a lodge called the Grand Mesa Lodge, and I do a lot of videos, and we post them about all kinds of stuff that's related to the mountains. So today I'm going to do a little video on the lake that we have right next to our lodge. It's called Island Lake. It's the biggest lake on the Grand Mesa. You can see it behind me. So right now is December 4th. And as you can see, the lake is pretty much completely frozen. I don't think that it's frozen all the way in the middle. I mean, it is frozen all the way across, but I'm not sure how thick it is in the middle. There are a lot of ice fishers and a lot of people on snowmobiles cut across lakes up here. And I get asked all the time, like, how much snow, how much ice do I need on the lake? If there's a lot of snow on the lake, does that affect the ice at all? And also, what time do the lakes usually freeze up? So I'm going to answer all those questions. The Grand Mesa is at 10,500 feet. That's my elevation right here. So we're really, really high, and we get a lot of snow. The lakes usually freeze up in December. It's usually like the 1st of December to the middle of December. I have seen them freeze in November before. The smaller the lake, the quicker it will freeze. And obviously the bigger, the longer it takes. There's just more water with the bigger lake. As far as going out on a lake, you need about 4 inches of ice. And that's quality blue solid ice. If it's kind of slushy ice, or if it's 4 inches, but it's in a marshy area, and so there's a lot of holes in the ice, then that dramatically affects the strength of the ice and how much weight it will hold. But if you have 4 inches of solid quality ice, a person can walk out on the lake, no problem. We have another little phenomenon up here, which is really interesting. It's called the overflow effect or the slush effect. The ice forms below, and then you get a heavy dump of snow on top of the ice. That new fresh layer of snow pushes the ice down, and then usually from the sides, a little bit from cracks on the inside, but most of the water comes up from the edges. And then that water seeps on top of the ice and moves towards the center of the lake. And so it creates this layer on top of the ice that's just wet, slushy water. Or it might be like water, like some of it's like liquid and some of it's ice, and it's just, you kind of get this layer where it's in between ice and water. And then you'll get snow on top of that insulates it. And so that effect can last for a long time. The thing about the slush effect is that the more ice there is, the thicker the ice, the more snow you need in order to push down the ice layer. So for example, right now, this lake behind me, Island Lake, it's probably only got maybe 2 inches of ice, if that, in the middle. And so if you get 6 inches of snow or 10 inches of snow, that's definitely going to be enough snow that it's going to push down that ice. So one year I came up here at the Boy Scouts, and I was helping them do a little ice fishing trip. And we had a 6-foot auger, and it didn't go through the ice. We had to go borrow an extension from somebody else on the ice because the ice was about 8 feet thick. So if you get that much ice on the lake, I mean, you can get a foot of snow and it doesn't really create a slush effect because the ice itself is so thick. Anyways, right now, like I said, it's about the 4th of December, and we have, you can see right here, we just had a dump. So you have that slush effect that's forming. So people come out on their ice and they're like, oh my gosh, like there's water right there. But if you move that back a little bit, you can see that there's really quality, solid ice underneath it. Right now, this lake, I'm standing on ice right now, but this lake behind me, you can see a couple of spots where the slush has broken through the snow, and it's showing, it looks like it's wet, and it is wet, but there's probably ice underneath. See, everywhere I step, it creates a little slushy pocket. So snow on top, then slush, and solid ice. The lakes are okay for fishing on the edges, even the bigger ones. If you ever go ice fishing, just want to be careful. Dig down and see how thick the ice is. Again, 4 inches of quality ice is what you need, or more. The more the merrier, but You know, if you're out on the lake and there's 1.5 inches, 2 inches, I probably wouldn't fish there. I'd go a little closer to the shore. Obviously, lakes freeze. Oh, deep snow. They freeze quicker, or they freeze first, I should say, around the edges. And then the ice extends as it forms towards the middle of the lake. So, Spencer again. I'm out of the Grand Mesa Lodge, and channel's called The Lodge Life. Check us out, subscribe, you'll see more videos, and we'll catch you on the next one.